Good morning. We are here today working on the Pleasureevo. You'll notice I took Alex's stickers off, but we've preserved them. It didn't make sense for me to drive around a car with someone else's fucking name on it because the bitch is mine now. Alex is about 6'13", 122 pounds, and his seating position didn't match my seating position. So Ben's been grinding and cutting and fucking the car all up. We're gonna move the seat forward 4 inches, raise it up 1 inch, and we drop the steering column down about a ½ inch. But Ben has to build new rails because the seat was hard mounted to these current rods. We're gonna leave this one in because it holds the lap belt. But once this is done, Ben just picked up a bunch of petrol for me because tomorrow, for you, or maybe Sunday's video, I'm gonna drive the Pleasureevo on Lime Rock's Autocross, where it should absolutely shred and hopefully be the fastest car that's ever driven on the track in the world. Probably not, especially my first time driving. But we have this oxygenated VP. We got to get Sunoco, but we got the exact equivalent to the Sunoco, or to the VP. And it's oxygenated fuel, which means, I guess it has oxygen in it. Which, I mean, if you know about how engines work, that's a positive. My Miata had M1 in it when we tuned it, and it made like 50 horsepower more. And that, oh no, that was that oxygenated?
M1, I don't know. I wasn't here yet.
It was methanol.
Yeah.
Either way, we had oxygenated fuel also, and that shit fucks.
It's funny how it changes the stoichiometric ratio, because normally it's 14.7, which is like your average AFR, and that's 13.3 and oxygenated. That's like your stoich ratio.
Really?
Yeah.
So it just like changes your atmosphere.
Yeah, like if you put it in a normal car, it's lean as shit.
Right.
Yeah, and it'll be like something's wrong, but it's just.
It's lean because there's more air than fuel. So this thing, I mean, I'd like to convert it to E85 and get it off that, because for 5 gallons, it cost me what, $81? Yeah. For 5 gallons. So it's about $16 a gallon. I think I came up with $15, $16 a gallon, and that sucks. So anyway, they're gonna prep that. I'll probably do the first drive of the Pleasureevo, and TJ's here working on Slugnick's car. Look at this thing. It's already in primer. Josh is probably gonna tear his engine down today so we can get the head work done, and then basically paint, put the shit back together, unless he wants to change a bunch of shit. Ben is doing that. I've been de-stickering and cleaning the numbers off the car. We're also gonna try to mount the bumper a little bit more solid, just because the fastener, this area has been just kind of like worked over the years, pushing in and out. We just want to like nut and bolt this thing, and we're gonna take out the rack spacers today, so we can get more angle, because right now you can barely, like in my parking lot, I can barely turn around and do a 360. So he said he put 2 in just so you didn't hit the coilovers. He said we could remove 1, so we'll get into that, check that out. But like I said, Ben's mounting the seat a little more solid. Or not more solid, but more in my position. And we're just trying to clean little things up for our first day in the car. I'm a little nervous. I don't want to break it. I don't care about I mean, I do care about crashing it, but I'm not worried about crashing it. I'm worried about breaking it.
That's pretty cool.
So Ben's got the stuff all situated. I just sat in it. Feels pretty good. So now I just have to weld it all in. And I don't love that, but oh well.
Hell yeah, brother.
The Colorado, when we got it done, never got like fully tuned. It just had like some drivability tuning done. We weren't able to tune it. But the moment I drove it, it kind of choked up in second gear, and then felt like misfiery in third and fourth. It just felt like something was holding it back. Well, it's direct injection. We put a Holley fuel pressure regulator on it, shout out Holley, and we never checked base pressure. Sorry, I was looking at something on the store. So we never checked base pressure. So my first thought was like, maybe the base pressure is enough because it's high. It's got a high pressure fuel pump and a low pressure, and the high pressure fuel pump needs to see 70 psi. If it doesn't see 70 psi, who knows what it does. My understanding is that it kind of limp modes you, and that's kind of what it feels like. So I bought a gauge, digital gauge. I just had TJ check it and set it to 70 psi, and now we're gonna see if that fixed anything. I don't have like crazy high hopes, but I'm hoping it's something simple like that, because if it's not that, our intake is too small, our exhaust manifolds are too small, something like that. The way I could describe what it feels like is it feels a little bit like the catalytic converters clogged in third and fourth. In second, it literally feels like a boost cut or a fuel cut. So we'll take this for a rip in a second. He just set it to 70 psi, and we'll see if there's any improvement. I hope there is, because I want this truck to shred. So we didn't film, but we just took it for a rip again. It's still doing it, but it's doing it later in the RPM, which I think means we need to crank that fuel pressure even more. I think.
What did it drop to?
We didn't even watch it. We just cranked it, took the gauge off, because so close to the exhaust,
right,
you can't really do anything.
It's within that close.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think if we crank it more, I mean, we can't do any damage putting too much fuel pressure. The car will tell us to stop.
Yeah.
I would assume. So.
Well, being returnless anyway, I'd imagine it's designed to bleed back a little bit.
Right. So hopefully just cranking it some more. It's doing it later in the RPM in second now. It used to do it like 20 or like 3,500. Now it's doing it like 5,200. I didn't really watch, but so I think
we're getting there.
We're getting there.
Cool.
I think.
Yeah, so we were just talking about this thing's loading up in fuel. I think I'd beat you right now, dude.
Yeah, probably.
How do you fix that?
I don't think that's what it is.
What do you think?
What else is happening?
It just goes though. It just turns right around. It's sick.
Torque.
Oh, really? That's what it's called? It's like ice skating.
Now see it hit it. Like it doesn't do
First
it.
and second, it's fine, and then when you get into third, it just like cuts out.
But it used to do it in second. So I think we're like getting something. You hear the wheel rubbing?
Yeah.
It's just rubbing on the fender liner. It used to not do that.
Yeah.
You feel like
Yeah, you can just feel it. It just doesn't want to go.
I'm gonna try in second.
This thing would spin all gears if it was.
It's doing it in
Yeah, it's
second.
doing it.
So that's weird.
Yeah. How do you fix that?
I think you just gotta do donuts about it.
Yeah?
I think that's the only way to solve the problem.
Of course, I parked in the wrong spot. You already yelled at me once for that.
Perfect place to do that.
Yeah, I guess. Oh my! Wow, that hurts your chest.
Look at all the smoke behind it.
My God, dude, it's got like major torque.
It's a burnout machine.
Like when it puts it to the ground, like it just like sucks your stomach.
It's crazy. So I don't know what's happening. It's kind of bothering me because I just want to feel the truck, but I also think we'd die if we got it to put the power down because it just darts all over the fucking street.
You got some huge tires on this. It would spin to fourth because it spins second too easy.
Oh, it just like
Way
ice.
too easy.
It's like it's on ice.
And you're not floored.
No, I'm like barely in it.
I can feel you're just feathering.
I need some stickies. Shop's getting cleaner every minute. I think tonight do a shop cleanse, but the seat is completely done. We have to tighten one more nut. We got the window to roll down. Shout out Alex for leaving this in here. All we had to do was put some power to it, roll the window down. Probably take that one out tomorrow.
Shout out Jet Hot for this sick shirt.
And I'm gonna take it for the first drive in a second. Ben, move the forklift. I'm gonna take it down the road. I haven't even gotten to 10 miles an hour in this vehicle. So I'm a little nervous. It's kind of a serious race car that everyone thinks I'm scared to crash or something. I'm scared to break it. I don't want it to break. Turn the valve on. TJ. Fucking Camry starting it. So I'm kind of excited, kind of nervous. I'm really nervous for tomorrow, but very excited for tomorrow. So let's hope everything goes smoothly. Let's hope the seating position is exactly where I wanted it to be and Ben didn't change a bunch of shit after I test sat in it. and let's do it.
Yep. Don't go too crazy.
Oh, well, maybe you shouldn't be in the fucking back. I gotta let him warm up.
Just go to that bar and turn around.
I'm gonna do what TJ said.
Wish this fucking Meals on Wheels wasn't here.
Really gotta slam the brakes. So that was insane. That car is so intimidating right now. I just need to get used to where the gauges are and where everything is and what everything does. And I have to shift a lot faster. Every time I'd shift, it'd feel like a little grindy until I started doing it quicker. And then I started realizing, like, duh, that's how you shift the dog box. So even with the clutch. But now we're gonna take the truck for one more run, see if we're getting our fuel pressure. Hold up. Our pressure's a little high. It's not our fuel pressure. So the truck issue is not solved. I think it's a tuning issue. We'll see if our good old friend Jack Cecil will remote in once I get my laptop here. We got the Evo on the lift. Just going over some stuff. And this thing's actually really clean underneath. It's cleaner than most Skylines. This is where Ben just burned fucking welding. But the exhaust is hard mounted, which I think is crazy. And it's pretty clean on here. It's good. You can see all the arms, all the custom stuff they did. You can see the external reservoir coilovers are fucking insane. So we're just doing like a bolt check and taking the rack limiters out. There's two in there. He said we could take one out. We'll get more angle, and I think I'll need that at Lime Rock. Besides that, I think she's ready. We've got our petrol, got everything we need. Tires look pretty fresh, so hopefully we're able to shred this thing. It is super intimidating, but I think Lime Rock's the place to learn because it's just a closed course that I could shred on. I know it pretty well. Shifting is gonna take a little getting used to. The short shifter in it is somebody modified it, welded it, kind of rigged it. Alex probably knew it like the back of his hand, but not me. So I'm gonna just have to make sure my shifts are deliberate, never go down past second, obviously, and get the hang of shifting a dog box. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video there. Stay tuned for Sunday. We're gonna shred the Pleasureevo for the first time and on the track, and I'm stoked. See you guys later.